Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher Circus. Today we are playing against Threx. I think that's how you say his name, so he's a very competent player, he's been playing for quite a long time, he is Darkest One.
The advantage is
And
yours.
we are playing against what seems to be a... Yeah, I know
Unsheathe
the
your
type of team this is, so he's gonna have like that Vestal for the stun heals. Stuns and heals, and he's gonna have that Grave Robber to probably like spam panic darts into lunge and then just like kind of like a lot of adaptability in front of these two characters, so kind of like an off-meta pick for sure. But guess what, I'm doing the exact same thing, so this is a really old team that I had. This was like the first meta that I figured out. At one point, after like a lot of trial and error, I kind of figured out there were two kinds of teams. There were teams that had Man-at-arms and Doggy, and teams that didn't have Man-at-arms and Doggy. So my entire strategy was somewhat based off of that. Yeah, somewhat based off of that. So you can imagine what the gameplay was like. It would just be Bellow Houndsary. But we're gonna do it a little bit differently this time. We are actually gonna go command Houndsary, so we actually stick that Houndsary a little bit better. So we're gonna have plus 40 accuracy on this Houndsary. So even though he has like, you know, crazy amounts of dodge, we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be a lunge. I'm gonna be honest with you, that is a very interesting play. That is a very interesting play. And I'll tell you why. He's trying to kill my Jester early, which is definitely a good idea. Definitely a very good idea, but yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen all that easily. I can either go Zealous here, or I can go Stunning Blow, and I honestly think Stunning Blow on that Shield Breaker just to stop, like, you know, just make it stop for a little bit. I'm not liking the sheer amount of pressure that's being dropped on my characters. And of course, I do have that 48 extra accuracy, so he can't even dodge the stunning blow, which is awesome. And now, as you can see, the hit chances are, wow. Yeah, hit chances are, oh, stress. 30-30? Wow, that is just brutal. Yeah, 30-30, 16-17. Just absolutely wild the amount of stress output you can actually do. Absolutely wild. Okay, let's drop another one. Another crit. And another one, so 15, 15, 16, 22, and that's like his entire team just taking a lot of pain. I'm gonna say he goes for Puncture, now he goes for Pierce, that's a mistake. I'm gonna have to say that's a mistake, because now I can actually guard, and I still have a heal. So... okay, I kind of don't want to click here, because then he's gonna use Tome of Fury. That's the problem. Do I want to guard immediately? Yeah, you know what, let's guard immediately. So we're gonna guard immediately, which means that if he wants to get through that guard, he doesn't have to puncture anymore. So he's gonna have to use that Dazzling Light on my Man-at-arms. That's gonna be like 7 damage, that's kind of meaningless, honestly, kind of pretty meaningless. And I think right now I have two options. Either go for a stun on that Shield Breaker, which is really high value, so that's what I'm gonna go for. Or I would go for just clicking that Jester and then keeping my Crusader action for like maybe heal, but he's guarded already, so that's honestly the best play what I just did. He has Vendetta and Duelist Advance, so that's not too good for us. It's definitely not too good for us, speaking in terms of, you know, Doggy. But yeah, it's okay, we'll be fine. He's gonna go for Divine Grace, yeah, he's definitely going for this kind of like heal heavy setup. So as you can see, we will only be able to finale by round 4, which might be a round too late. But yeah, we're gonna have to go for it. So we're gonna go for a Dirk Stab here on that let's go for that Shield Breaker actually. Let's go for that Shield Breaker. So we can't even miss the Shield Breaker, which is just awesome. And yeah, we have 2 finale buffs as well as the blood red coins, so we could do a lot of damage. And I think we also have plus damage because we're guarded, right? Yeah, plus 25% damage. So that is actually quite a good outcome for us. We might eat a bigger cost from this, but we have to go for it anyway. Oh, that's a 17 no crit. That was like a max roll, I'd say. Yeah, that was pretty much a max roll, that riposte, not counting it being a crit. Kind of brutal, not gonna lie, kind of brutal. That might have been a bit of an overstretch, because I could, you know, drop a Zealous right now, and it could probably, like, hurt him a lot, yeah. There goes that Zealous, so going for that launch there, kinda risky. So his play right now is gonna have to be dropping a Divine Comfort, but depending on how much it heals, like if it heals for, yeah, ooh, risky, I can get a kill right now. That was quite risky, my man, quite risky. Let's go for this. So, not a kill. Definitely not a kill, but you know, it's a tick of a kill. He goes for a Divine Comfort now. How much HP does that guy have? 26, that is too much. That is still way too much HP. And, okay, this can go wrong like very quickly. Let's make that clear, because that Vestal is kind of doing an existence. After she's gone, he has no more healing left. So focusing her down is actually not that bad of an idea, but I kind of can't do it. So I could go for a double Cells here, but that would make my Crusader, you know, kind of an iffy position, but we're gonna go for it anyway. So it's gonna be a double Zealous, kind of a small amount of stress to go along with it, but yeah. That's gonna force him to use another Divine Comfort.
Frustration.
And we like forcing his plays. We definitely like forcing his plays. And yeah, of course my Crusader is kind of hanging right now, if you wanna put it that way. But he's alive. He's alive, and that's what matters. That he's alive. Yeah, their post is still active. But we are gonna go for a Houndmaster anyway. So there's a Houndmaster. Wow, just enough. 17 and 14. Just enough, but honestly I can't complain about it, because neither of those were crits, so as far as I'm aware I was kind of lucky.
And now the
Drops a Death Star now.
Hold fast.
Drops a Death Star.
Or expire.
I missed the spot. Oh, did I? Sorry, I didn't notice. Yeah, well, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That's something you can say in this situation, I believe. Yeah, say goodbye to your Shieldbreaker. That was quite fortunate on my part, if you wanna put it that way. I'm gonna have to say it was quite fortunate for me for that to actually happen. But you know, I do have that stress vouching for me, so yeah, I'm very happy that happened. Not gonna lie, very happy that happened. We can go for a Harvest here, and I'm honestly gonna go for it, even though I'm gonna eat her past. Because that's gonna do enough DOT to that Fireman that I can actually finale him by the start of next round. And by then, everything should honestly be fine. You can't even get a kill right now, like...
Death waits.
Can't even get a kill. What do I go for here? Do I go for an immediate finale? Do I go for a heal? Like, there's a lot of plays to be done. Maybe a heal would actually be like the safer play here.
Now.
And how much damage we still do? Well, we have a decent amount of damage. Honestly, does he bypass guard? No, he doesn't. He does not bypass guard while stealthed. You know what? We're actually gonna go for a heal here, even though it's kind of passive.
Death cannot be escaped.
I feel like it might be better, because if I lose my Crusader right now, even with a finale, I'm not entirely sure if I win, because that Grave Robber might just decide to do no act outs for the rest of the match. So I'm just gonna do this, play this a little bit safer. But he does that. He does that. Well, in response to that, we're gonna go for a Houndmaster. It's gonna do just enough dropping Death Sword and also almost kill that Grave Robber. So I'm not sure if that was actually the best play by him, but yeah, it's kind of iffy for him. It is definitely iffy for him. After that Shieldbreaker was gone, this match went south for Thrax, that is absolutely for sure. Gonna go for a lunge, very likely to be a kill. Yeah, it is a kill. It is most definitely a kill. And now we are still guarded, so let's drop this Retribution. Not a kill yet, but that stress is kind of helpful. Not gonna lie, that stress is kind of helpful. And yeah, after this we are probably just gonna drop a finale. Let's see, he goes for the Divine Comfort. That is 22 HP on that 14 to 25, it is just not enough. You hate to see it. I mean, what happens if I fail it? There's some very negative consequences. Yeah, there's some very negative consequences if you fail it, Shep. Very, very negative consequence. What happens if I go for this? I kind of just win. Right. Yeah. Probably.
Onslaught.
Probably kind of just win.
Them all.
There's a problem here. The problem is that he can get a kill right now on my doggy. If he gets a kill right now on my doggy, he has a really good winning chance. Yeah, but if he doesn't...
Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory and gold.
I had to call it, didn't I? I just had to call it.
To the underdog.
Okay, let's keep that that guard activated. So as long as that guard is activated, this is... I hated the 25 death blow. That is so unlucky, and I don't have anything to do stress anymore. So if I want to kill her, I mean, we're close. We're close to killing her, right? But yeah, it's still rough and ridiculous. Okay. He died round 5. She died like the previous round, I think, round 4. So I'm gonna focus his corpse. Yeah, I think it was round 4, maybe round 3, but I think round 4. So he died round 5, she died round 4. Like, how the turntables, you know? How the turntables. Okay, it's gonna be a pretty big heal. Yeah. Okay. Drop a retribution here. We still have a lot of accuracy, so we're definitely not gonna miss that repulse, which is wonderful. But yeah, that's gonna be a bit of stress, most likely. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that is a crit for 31. Oh, the crit back though. The crit back kind of hurts. Not gonna lie, the crit back kind of hurts. And he actually surrenders here, because, you know, I am extremely likely to kill his grave robber right now. So he almost turned the tables of the match, but he kind of couldn't get through my guard. Yeah, because at this point, even though my Jester was kind of hanging, he really wasn't, because he had no way of getting through the guard other than going for a stun on my Man-at-arms. So you could argue that that would be his only winning move, so he kind of had to go for it, even if it was a 60% chance. So I think he surrendered kind of prematurely there. I mean, after getting the kill on my doggy, he definitely had a winning chance, but, you know, that lunge kind of killed it. I mean, what was he expecting? It's a Man-at-arms with spiked shield, of course he's gonna crit. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.